you know, he I don't know. The thing that really struck me about him was that he didn't seem depressed. He wasn't he wasn't asking for anyone's pity. He just played, and that's what I really liked about him. He just kept going, and it didn't matter if you had anything to give him or not. As long as he was out there playing, that's all that he cared about. I want to do more with this project than just submit it for a grade. I'd like to send it off somewhere and see if people will notice him because he deserves the attention. He deserves to be recognized. He's a decent player. He's a great player. Uh, and he spends almost every day just busking. Uh, and then on Sundays he plays at this restaurant where he's not even paid to play there. He's still busking while he's playing there. So the guy just deserves a lot more. And he's in talking to him, he knows that he's made mistakes. It's just now it's just a matter of him trying to rebuild himself. And his saxophone is what's helping him do that.
Um, I was nervous. I was a little afraid at first, but with my mom and my pastor pushing me to do so, um, I mean, people are really receptive. They really like it. So at first I was nervous and thinking more so how people might look at me like I needed it or I needed help. Which I did, but I didn't want people to look at me funny, 'cause a lot of people need help. But I mean, providing the service that people can enjoy makes me feel better about standing out on the street if people want to look at it that way. I had a couple of housing situations while I was down here in Norfolk. My whole experience with housing hasn't been that great. But the last year, the last house I was in, um, the landlord was just bad. It needed to be renovated. It was just a lot of things. But for the most part, the electric problem in that house had our electric bill being outrageous. It was like 600 to 700 a month, and this went on for a while. So it accumulated before we started paying it. We were trying to talk to our landlord to work out the problem, and they just gave us the runaround for about 3-4 months until we owed about $2,000 and it got cut off. That was a low because it was off for a month because we didn't have it. My other two roommates were working, but we had tuition and food to think about. So one of them had just had a car that they needed to worry about. So that pushed me on the street along with my pastor, encouraging me. That point with my lights getting cut off, that's when I started busking. After a month later, we managed to work out a deal with the power company and get our lights cut back on. That month was hard, but it taught me that with hard work and that if I just keep playing. That month I picked up the gig in Hampton. It just opened a lot of doors, just being willing to try. actually was the first day that I didn't play out in Cali on Ghent. I went downtown on Granby. Um, a lot of people from playing on Ghent told me that would be a good move for me. And it's less people on foot traffic. I thought it would be different, but my experience, it was less people, but the connections that I made. I met a band, or a drummer from a band out there who called me on a few shows with them. And then I met an owner. I was right across the street from a restaurant playing. I didn't realize the owner was listening. She came over. She said she was impressed and wanted to see me, try me in like her jazz kind of atmosphere kind of restaurant in Hampton, because you know Hampton big on jazz. And I've been there ever since.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Not until recently did I really want to be an artist, as far as saxophonist, because I don't really want to be in the front. I'd rather be behind the scenes. People like my playing. People, you know, they refer to it as a gift and a talent all the time, and I think I would be wrong if I didn't share it with others. So I definitely just want to. I kind of want to perform now. That's where I want this to take me. That's where I can see it taking me. So that's pretty much what I want to do. Yeah. I mean, I kind of went through a lot of ups and downs, especially here, you know, my time at ODU. And there was times where I used to let things get me down, and I mean, not really depressed, but you know, I had them days where it's just I don't feel like doing anything. Those days just open the door for more days like that. So I don't even let the first day start. I know when I get that feeling, music is my therapy, and if I come outside or if I even just stay where I am and just start playing, I can feel better, and that's all it is. It's about the mind frame. The situation, is only as bad as you see it. And so if I can bring a type of home to some people and calm some people's days if they're frustrated at work, that's my main goal when I go out there. What comes from it, a lot of it has been leading to Sundays. A lot of churches, a lot of ministers have come to ask me to play. I play a lot of gospel outside, but Sunday just, I've always looked forward to going to the church. Ever since I joined this First Baptist of Lambert's Point, they're just very encouraging. Even before I started playing outside, I got the motivation, on Sunday mornings to keep going. They always giving you a lesson or something to try for the next week, to not keep things the same, and one of the sermons really right before I came outside was, if you want something you never had, you got to do something you never did.